Do I talk while I do this?
Yep, you can.
This is Frank. One of my favorite ways to make pizza, like I say, is with oil on one side. It tends to bake it more crispy. They tell me many, many years ago, it was an old man Carlo in New York. Carlo's recipe. And back then they used to use C&F dairy mozzarella, or many people since have switched over to Grande, which is also great. It goes further. Both the pizza sauce or Saporito. I personally like Flota. Is one of my favorites. I like fresh basil. And
just rip that if you want to.
Huh?
Just rip that if you want to.
Yeah. Pennsylvania and other states, good to use. I think my friend Norma also uses bottled water, right, Norma?
Yep.
That's right. Bottled water is a great thing. A lot of people in Florida use it. So it's good for bagels or pizza or whatever you want to use it. We keep the dough in the dough tins, and the oil, the side with the oil would go down on the table. And you just kind of work it. I always like to work the edge.
You don't have the best dough to work with.
That's all right, a little salt, but I've worked with dough in all kinds of conditions. I like my dough risen and a little chill to it. And before the rush, we'd stack the cans by the oven so they would puff up and be a little quicker to open up. So, oh, okay, the sauce is already here. I'm new at this Norma's Pizza Stand. It's only my second visit here, but we'll be lifelong friends. That'd be nice. The peel is the only way to travel. I don't like the screen. I do like pan pizza, however. And this Detroit style that she has, I think is great. I'm sure customers like it. And we just make a little thin crust on the side. You work it. I forgot to mention, I'm sorry I forgot to mention, my oldest brother Vincent, who passed away in 1997, he was my teacher. I did not learn from my dad. My granddad died 6 years before I was born, and my dad died when I was a little kid. But my oldest brother Vincent, he taught me the pizza business. So I think about him every day. He's a great pizza maker. But he told me that I was quicker than him and better than him. He said it's not often that the student becomes better than the teacher, but that I surpassed that. And of course, I worked in more pizzerias than Vincent and made them for many more years than he did, because he went on to be a chef. But he made some great pizza. Another man that was an expert at making dough by hand. Yeah, very nice. So as you see, it has a little shine to it, the oily side. If you get up close, you'll see that. Yeah. So the cheese.
Right in there.
Oh, it's in the bucket. There we go. Oh, this cheese looks great. I love the way it's shredded. Very nice. This is the hard-working lady that has this stand. A lot of prep work involved in doing this. People don't want to get into this because it's a lot of work, you know what I mean? Pizza is not an easy field. It's very demanding. But in my day, it was plain and pepperoni. Now gourmet and so many different kinds. I'm really interested in so many different kinds. I learn more all the time. I love watching different pizza makers wherever I go. Yeah. Most of them are friendly. Norma's one of the friendliest ones I met, but most of them wind up treating me or inviting me back or whatever. We can learn from each other. I can't wait to have a bigger article in PMQ. I'm thankful for what they did for me already. Yeah, that'd be enough. Cheese doesn't necessarily flavor the pizza. It's the sauce and the crispy crust. Cheese is not the #1 flavor. And a little Parmesan cheese or oregano, whatever you might like. Yeah. And exactly the way we do it in Mix and Lidditz and his other locations. Cheese down first and sauce on top, which I like. Some people in regular pizzerias, they call it red top. You know, upside down. But I think from the finest pizza maker around, once it's baked out of the oven, you can't tell what went down first. That's how I feel about it. And I think it's great. I like pizza with provolone or Monterey Jack. I really like Monterey Jack a lot. Provolone. Provolone, one of the closer cheeses to, and we get a little stretch so you get a nice big slice. Good idea. Nice aroma to come in on a day off and open the pizza stand. I'm a big fella, so a little tricky, but I'll get it right. Oh yeah. There we go. Pizza peel. And my dad had one of these that fit 3 large pies on it. I believe that was in 1934 in Patsy's in Manhattan, where my friend Frank Romano from Long Island, my school friend from 8 years old, he goes to Patsy's from time to time, and he was surprised when I told him my dad worked there, but my dad had a pizza peel there that you put 3 large pizzas on it with sauce and cheese. Most people would be flip it upside down and fall on the floor, whatever. Well, then you'd have to really know how to handle the peel to make each pie come off the board and round and properly. So me myself, I've never done it. I did have a peel with 2 pizzas on it, and it worked out fine. But 3, I can't imagine how heavy it would be. So it was a real talent. And this, I believe that I truly have, that this is a gift from God, this talent that I have of a man at my age in all these years. And I'm thankful. And everybody has their own calling or gift, but this is what I love to do.
Oh.
And I enjoy it every second. I never had a bad pizza day.
No.
I use it in my younger day. If I had issues on my mind, I would use making pizza as therapy. That's how I would do it. And I just loved doing it. I never had a dissatisfied boss. They would have 2 men working at the table, or 1 and a part-time helper. They used to call it half a pizza man. But once I was their employee, it would just be me. They'd bring me all the stuff and I would do it. It didn't matter how busy it was. Just keep filling me up and I keep making them.
Oh.
That's a very true story. Yeah. It goes for D. Ramos on Wall Street in Huntington, very busy place. On a slow Monday in the middle of the winter, over 200 pizzas. Yeah, that's a good one. So many good ones. My favorites on Long Island, New York is Frank Clara and his brother Mike. Ciro's Pizza, East Meadow. Great people, great product. I taught Frank to make pizza. He's in his 50s now. Fine man. I just had some great baked clams there recently and some food, different types of marinara pizza, and wonderful display. And George and Louis Maiola, 30 or 40 different kinds on display. They all sell. Generous people, great product. I taught George 35 years ago, maybe more than that.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure. We're going to make one more pizza in a little while. We'll get a little picture of that. So shall we make another one?